Welcome, everyone. You've just stepped into a space where limits are shattered, where dreams stop being dreams and turn into something real, something you can touch, something you can feel. This is Rise Beyond, a place where we don't just talk about what could be, we uncover what will be. And today is going to be different. Today, I'm not here to comfort you with soft words or gentle promises. No, I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to pull you out of that fog you've been wandering in for too long, because there's something waiting for you, something powerful, something life-changing. But here's the catch. You won't see it coming. Not yet. Stay with me until the end. Because if you miss this video, if you click away too soon, you'll walk away without the one piece of information that could shift everything for you. And then trust me, you don't want that regret hanging over you. Picture this. It's late at night, the world is quiet, you're sitting there staring at the ceiling or maybe scrolling through your phone, lost in a sea of thoughts. You've got ideas, big ones, ideas that could change your life, your family's life, maybe even the world. You can see it so clearly, the success, the freedom, the pride in knowing you made it happen. But then, nothing. The thoughts just swirl. They twist and turn, and before you know it, the sun's up and you're still in the same spot. Sound familiar? I know it does, because we've all been there, trapped in our own heads, drowning in what ifs and maybes, waiting for the perfect moment to start. But here's a question that's been haunting me lately, and maybe it's haunting you too. What if that perfect moment never comes? I used to be that person. Years ago, I was stuck. I had this dream, this burning, aching dream to build something meaningful, something that mattered. I'd lie awake at night, plotting every step, imagining every detail. I'd tell myself, tomorrow, I'll start. Tomorrow, I'll do it. But tomorrow turned into next week, and next week turned into next month. And before I knew it, years had slipped through my fingers. I was thinking, always thinking, but never doing. And let me tell you something, that feeling, that weight of knowing you're letting yourself down, it's heavy, it's suffocating. It sits on your chest like a stone you can't push off. Have you felt that too? That quiet ache that whispers you're not living up to who you could be. But here's where it gets interesting. One day, something snapped. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the frustration boiling over. Maybe it was the fear of waking up 10 years later with nothing to show for it. But I stopped. I stopped thinking. And I started doing. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have all of the answers. I just moved. I took one messy, imperfect step and then another and another. And what happened next? Well, I'm not going to tell you, because that's the secret we're building toward. That's the piece you'll only get if you stick with me to the end. Because if you miss this video, if you tune out now, you'll miss the one thing that could flip the switch for you. And I don't want that for you. I really don't. Let's talk about hard work for a minute. Not the kind you see in motivational posters with shiny gym equipment or perfectly lit offices. I mean, the real kind. The kind that's messy, unglamorous, exhausting. The kind that makes your hands shake and your eyes burn from lack of sleep. The kind that tests every ounce of willpower you got. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Hard work isn't just effort. It's a choice. It's a rebellion against the easy path, against the voice in your head that says, wait, think it over. Tomorrow's fine. Hard work is what happens when you stop dreaming about the finish line and start running toward it, even when your legs are screaming and your lungs feel like they're about to give out. Let me take you somewhere for a second. Imagine a guy, let's call him Sam. Sam's like you and me. He's got a job, a routine, a life. That's fine. But deep down, he's restless. He's got this idea, a business he wants to start, a passion he's been hiding under the surface for years. Every night he sits down with a notebook, sketching out plans, calculating risks, dreaming big. He tells himself he's preparing, he's being smart, he's waiting for the right time. But weeks turn into months and months turn into years, and Sam's still sitting there, notebook in hand, no closer to his dream than he was on day one. Why? Because he's thinking. He's overthinking. He's stuck in this endless loop of what if it fails? And what if I'm not ready? Sound familiar? Maybe you're Sam right now. Maybe you got your own notebook full of plans you're too scared to start. But here's where the story twists. One day, Sam meets someone who's been where he is, someone who tells him something so simple yet so earth-shaking that it changes everything. What did they say? I'll get to that, but not yet, because this is about more than Sam. This is about you. This is about what's holding you back, and I promise you by the end of this video, you're going to hear something that could break that cycle for good. But you got to stay with me. If you miss this, if you walk away now, you'll miss the key, the one thing that could turn all those thoughts into action, and I know you don't want that. Let's rewind for a second. Back to me. Back to that moment I stopped thinking and started doing. I didn't have money. I didn't have connections. I didn't even have confidence half the time. But I had something else, something raw, something unstoppable. I had desperation, not the kind that breaks you, but the kind that lights a fire under you, the kind that says, if I don't move now, I'll regret it forever. And so I moved. I worked. I poured everything I had into it. Every late night, every doubt-filled morning, every tear I didn't let anyone see. And slowly, painfully, something started to shift. I wasn't just dreaming anymore. I was building. Maybe you're sitting there right now feeling that same desperation, that quiet, burning need to do more, be more. You're tired of waiting, aren't you? Tired of watching other people live the life you want while you're still stuck in the starting blocks. I get it. I've been there. And I'm telling you, there's a way out. There's a power inside you that you haven't tapped yet. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about hard work. The kind that doesn't wait for permission or applause. But how do you unlock it? How do you stop thinking and start doing? That's what we're chasing here. That's the secret we're going to uncover, and it's coming. It's close, but not yet. Now, let's go deeper. Think about the people you admire, the ones who built empires, chased impossible dreams, left a mark on the world. Do you think they sat around waiting for the stars to align? Do you think they spent years perfecting a plan before they took a single step? No, they moved. They worked. They failed. Oh, they failed hard, and then they got back up and worked some more. That's the difference between them and the dreamers who never make it. It's not intelligence. It's not resources. It's action, raw, relentless, unglamorous action. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Where are you? Are you still in the same place, holding the same notebook, dreaming the same dreams, or are you somewhere else, somewhere bigger, somewhere you built with your own hands? That future isn't a gift someone hands you. It's a garden you grow, one back-breaking day at a time. But here's the thing, you got to start planting. You got to stop staring at the dirt and pick up the shovel. And I know it's scary. I know it feels impossible. But what if I told you there's a moment, a single defining moment that could change it all? A moment I'm going to share with you, but only if you're still here at the end. Because if you miss this video, if you let it slip away, you'll miss that moment. And I can't let that happen. Let's go back to Sam. Remember him? He's still sitting there, notebook in hand, years ticking by, but didn't that person he met, the one who shook him awake, they said something that hit him like a freight train. They said, you don't need to know everything, you just need to start. And in that moment, something clicked. Sam didn't have it all figured out. He didn't have a safety net, but he stood up. He threw the notebook aside, and he took a step. One clumsy, terrified step, and then another. And what happened next? Did he fail? Did he soar? I'll tell you, but not yet. Because Sam's story isn't over, and neither is yours. See, this is the power of hard work. It's not pretty. It's not painless, but it's alive. It's electric. It's the pulse that turns a thought into a reality. And the moment you stop thinking, the moment you let go of the excuses and the fears and the endless planning, that's when you feel it. That's when you become unstoppable. I felt it. Sam felt it. And you can too. But there's one piece missing, one spark that lights the whole thing up. And I'm holding it back for now. Because I need you to stay with me. I need you to feel this journey all the way through. Because if you miss this video, if you check out early, you'll miss that spark. And I know you're stronger than that. Let me tell you something real. There was a night, a cold, lonely night, when I almost gave up. I've been working for months, pouring my soul into this thing I believed in, and it wasn't working. Nothing was clicking. I was broke, exhausted, and staring failure in the face. I sat there, tears in my eyes, ready to walk away. But then something happened, something small, something quiet, but so powerful, it pulled me back from the edge. What was it? I'll tell you soon. It's part of the secret. It's part of what's waiting for you at the end of this, because that moment, that tiny earth-shaking moment, is what hard work is made of, and it's what I want for you. So where are you right now? Are you still thinking? Are you still waiting? Or are you ready to move? Because the truth is, the life you want isn't out there somewhere hiding behind a perfect plan. It's here. It's now. It's in the sweat, the struggle, the sleepless nights. It's in the choice to stop dreaming and start doing. And I know you've got it in you. I know you've got that fire, that desperation, that hunger. But you've got to let it out. You've got to take that step. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to give you the key, but not yet. Not until we get there together. We're getting close now. The air feels different, doesn't it? Like something's about to break open. Like the answers you've been chasing are just around the corner. And they are. They're so close. I can almost taste them. But we got to keep going. We got to push through the noise, the doubt, the fear. Because on the other side of all that is something real. Something you can hold on to, something that could change everything. And if you miss this video, if you let this moment slip, you'll miss that something. So stay with me. We're in this together. Let's circle back to Sam one more time. He's taking that step now. He's out there working, building, fighting for his dream. And it's hard. Harder than he ever imagined. He's falling down, getting back up, learning as he goes. But he's not alone anymore. He's got that spark. That thing he heard, that thing that woke him up and is carrying him forward. What was it? What was the secret that turned his life around? I'm almost ready to tell you. Almost. But first, I need you to feel this. I need you to see your story. His struggle is your struggle, and his victory, it could be yours too. Hard work isn't a gift. It's a weapon. It's the hammer that breaks through the walls you've built around yourself. It's the fire that burns away the excuses. And the moment you pick it up, the moment you stop thinking and start doing, you become someone else, someone stronger, someone unstoppable. I've seen it, I've lived it, and I'm begging you to see it too, because we're so close now. The end is coming, and with it, the secret. The one piece of truth that ties all of this together, don't miss it. Don't walk away. Because if you miss this video, if you let this slip, you'll miss the chance to change everything. I wish I could reach through this screen and shake you. I wish I could make you feel what I felt that night when I almost gave up, when I found that spark and held on to it with everything I had. I wish I could show you what's possible when you let go of the fear and just start, but I can't. All I can do is tell you this story. All I can do is lead you to the edge and hope you jump, and I'm leading you there now, step by step, word by word. We're almost there. So here it is, the moment we've been chasing, the secret that changed me, that changed Sam, that could change you. Are you ready? Are you still here? Good, because this is it. This is the spark. This is the key. The power of hard work isn't in the work itself. It's in the decision. The decision to stop thinking and start doing. The decision to move before you're ready, to act before you're sure, to build before you've got it all figured out. That's it. That's a secret. It's not a plan. It's not a formula. It's a choice. And the moment you make it, the moment you take that first messy, imperfect step, everything changes. For me, it was that night I almost quit. I decided to keep going, not because I knew I'd win, but because I couldn't live with giving up. For Sam, it was throwing away the notebook and starting with nothing but his hands and his will. And for you, it could be right now, this moment, this breath. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And when you do, you'll feel it. The power, the freedom, the life that's been waiting for you all along. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep thinking, keep waiting, keep dreaming, or are you going to do it? Are you going to rise beyond the doubts, beyond the fears, beyond the endless spiral of your own mind? I hope you do. I believe you can, and if you ever forget, come back here. come back to Rise Beyond, because this is where it starts. This is where you stop thinking and start doing.